For using variables to describe a pattern, we're going to be using dot plots. Our instructions in this case are to draw the next figure, then state the number of dots in figure 15, and then give a variable expression for the number of dots in figure n. The useful thing about this is that figure n is a variable, so n can describe any number of dots, so our rule will be able to describe any figure that we give. Let's look at our pattern. Our pattern states that figure 1 will have 1 dot, figure 2 will have 4 dots, and figure 3 will have 9 dots in a square pattern. Let's begin to deduce what our pattern is. One way we can think about this is because they are boxes, is we know that this figure is 2 by 2 to give me 4 dots, and this figure is 3 by 3 to give me 9 dots. So this we could think of as 1 by 1 to give me 1 dot. This length times width gives me the formula, in a sense, to this pattern. So for figure 4, we can think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4 dots. So we are to draw figure 4, and this is what it would look like for 16 dots, a 4 by 4 box. So if I were to think of this 15 by 15 box for figure 15, I could think of 15 times 15 to get my answer, which will be 225. So one way we could think of our rule for figure n, for any figure, we would do n times n. Or we could say n to the second power. Either of these would be acceptable. Let's look at another example. For this example, with these letter L shapes where we have some dots going up vertically and some dots going horizontally. For figure 1 we have 3 dots. For figure 3 we have, figure 2 we have 5. For figure 3 we have 7. Now, in this case, what we can actually think of it in many ways and write many different equivalent expressions. This is only the way that I think about it. I think of it as a dot in the corner and some dots that are increasing along the vertical line and the horizontal line. So in this case, I have 1 dot in the corner, 1 dot on the vertical, 1 dot on the horizontal. In this case, I have 1 dot in the corner, 2 dots extended from the vertical, and 2 dots extended on the horizontal. And this one, I have 3 dots vertical, 3 dots on the horizontal, and 1 in the corner, so it will be 1 plus 3 plus 3. Notice where you can see your figure number in each of these combinations. So for 4, I know that it's going to be 1 in the corner, then 4 dots vertically, and 4 dots horizontally. I find it helpful sometimes to figure my formula out first. So for my formula, I could write it as 1 dot plus the figure number horizontally and the figure number vertically. So 1 plus n, where n is the figure number. Or I could think of it as 1 plus 2 times n, since n plus n is the same as 2 times n. Figure 15 then would be like this, 1 plus 2 times 15, because that's my figure number. 2 times 15 is 30, so 1 plus 30 equals 31 dots for figure 15.